Well, first, we just want to thank you for coming on to the podcast. We know you can see how we literally have scuffed podcasts in our Twitter bio for a reason, just because of how this
No
first 5
worries.
minutes went.
No worries
But yeah,
at all.
just want to say thank you. You're kind of a legend in the OC media community, so it's cool to have you on and talk. First, how was your experience in Florida that you were just here a week or two ago?
Oh man, I am missing it. I've got the vacation blues hard right now. It was obviously our first trip since 2020, pre-pandemic, and
Yeah,
it was my honeymoon as well. So like we had the most amazing time over there, and yeah, I've needed cheering up since because whenever I am in your ends, it's like a second home to us. So
yeah.
it's so cool to be back and to see so many familiar faces.
Yeah, it's always nice. I was kind of jealous when you went down to the Keys. I haven't been down there in who knows how long. So to see all the pictures that you were posting, I'm like, well, can you just stop and then like invite me next time? But
I think they said to us at the rental car we put like 700 miles or something stupid on it, like up and down the turnpike a few
yeah,
times. So it was
Sounds
wild.
about Florida.
yeah, you got that long drive of just water over the bridge.
That's right.
All right, so just jumping right into it. Thoughts on the outer Fort Lauderdale match?
Yeah, well, I've got to admit, it was one of the few games I actually missed. And when Miami in town, you always want to watch it. And when I woke up, saw that there was the weather delay and stuff, and I was like, man, I was justified in going to bed. And to be quite honest, apart from Damian Lowe putting it in his own net, I mean, it don't look like I missed much from the other 90, but just relief, right? And you know what? Like the fact we beat them with an OG in stoppage time, like just to hurt them that much more. It's even sweeter, really, isn't it? Than like winning
Yeah.
2-0.
Yeah, it was the first. I've seen it, so I'm gonna say it's true just over social media. But it was the first own goal in stoppage time to lose/win a game 1-0. So to make history and it be against Miami, it's just perfect.
Record breakers, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, having watched the highlights and stuff, like nothing about that game surprised me until we went 1-0 up. It's always tight, to be fair, when we play those guys. Like they always raise their levels. We're obviously still, we've still got the Midas touch against them, but honestly, was just relieved to win. Like for me, that was a must-win game. It's the first time going into that game. It's the first time I've really seen a few people kind of question Oscar now, saying his seat's getting warm. So it wasn't must-win. Obviously, there's still half of the season to go, but like we really needed to win that game, and thank God we did any which way.
Yeah, I think Miami would have been level on points with us if they would have walked away with all three.
Right.
So,
Right.
and then I think Oscar's seat would have been a little bit hotter. Um, who knows how much longer he would have lasted if we would have lost that game.
Yeah.
Even drawing that game would have been a little questionable on his end.
100%. And I mean, taking the season as a whole, I did my write up on the Rapids game this midweek, and I think we'll go under strength for that trip. But doing that write up, we always crunch the numbers, and it's only Montreal on the opening day 2-0 and 2-0 away at Columbus Crew. Only two games this whole season in the NMLS where we've won by multiple goals. So that goes to tell you how like we're a work in progress still. It's been a really strange season. Really hard for me to kind of put my finger on where we're at and where we're going. It's a really difficult one to sum up. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to let you talk. You haven't talked at all.
Yeah, for sure. Coming into the season, losing Daryl, losing Nani, losing Chris, it kind of sucks, but we bring in all these guys like Kara, we get Pato back from injury, we get Facundo. We're going into the season expecting big things. We got Sylvester coming back,
Yeah.
and ultimately, I feel like we had high expectations, but so far we haven't really lived up to them yet. And so,
Yeah.
I guess really at this point, in my opinion, for Oscar, it's just about managing expectations going into the rest of the season.
That's totally it, and you can't. I think the thing you have to say is that you can't blame the Wolves for not spending the cash. I mean, they've bought Torres and Cara, as DPs, and and those guys have a lot of pedigree. I think the frustration with this season is that we knew it was going to be a transitional season, but when you honestly look at the form in MLS, it's kind of, win, draw, loss, loss, win, draw, loss, win. Like, we're all over the map, and I think, with guys like Kara, I've been saying all season, let's give him time. Torres not so much. I've been really happy with Torres so far. Let's give him time, but now I'm like, that free pass is kind of gone now. They've had a whole half season, and we need to start putting some streaks together. And I think if it wasn't for, I'm a big Oscar fan. His seat is getting warmer, but I really want him to, ride this little patch out and stay for as long as possible. But if it wasn't for Open Cup saving our ass, that run this season, I think there'd be a lot more questions, because it's not been mighty convincing in the league.
Yeah, it really hasn't. I think we've reverted back to the old Cardiac Cats days. Like you said, we've only won the 2 matches by multiple goals. I just made a post. I think I posted on Instagram and Twitter a couple days ago, and it was our records going into halftime, either leading, drawing, or losing.
Yeah.
We were 0-3 while being down at halftime, so we've only lost. Drawing, we were 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, win level at half. And then when we were winning at half, 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss.
Yeah.
So you can definitely tell second half tactics are kind of questionable, I guess you could say. But when we're leading, you always see Oscar kind of sit back in the second half, play defensively, and just pull Jose Mourinho park the bus type of thing.
He's definitely got previous for that. Yeah, we know Oscar's is his 3rd season now, so we know everything he's about and what he's going to do. And for as much as I love the guy and want to see him succeed, it's the first season under him where I've been questioning substitutions and stuff like that more than I've ever done with him in charge. So there's lots for everyone to prove in this second half of this season. I mean, what I will say is that we're never going to have a better chance to win Open Cup. I know we've got the Red Bulls, a side that's had our number, it seems like so many times over the last couple of seasons. But if we can win that game, we can obviously take SKC or Sacramento, right? At home, I just want us to get a trophy. In the USL, we've brought up on winning trophies, and the first trophy we can bag in the MLS era, I'm all in on that. If we squeeze into the playoffs and win the Open Cup, I'll take it.
Yeah, what round of the playoffs would you have, or where would we have to get into the playoffs to where you would be content?
Listen, if you ask me personally, if we win Open Cup, and it actually escapes me what date the final would be, but if we win Open Cup, we can miss playoffs as far as I'm concerned. I want to use 2022. I obviously want to make it. Obviously, we've got used to that last couple of seasons, but if we could win the Open Cup and have played every single game at home, beating the Rowdies, beating Miami. I don't know, but we've been so mediocre in the league, but in the Cup, just something special seems to be happening. So I'm just hoping the Red Bulls just have an off day, because they usually get it right against us.
Yeah, you're still quiet. You want to actually talk, or what?
About what?
What do you think?
What do I think about Open Cup? Or
what's the ambition?
Like you said, I'm gonna give my opinion on.
All right. Yeah,
I think realistically, I don't want us to miss the playoffs if it comes at the cost of winning the U.S. Open Cup. Obviously, I'd be fine with making it in the playoffs at all if we win the Open Cup. I'd preferably not want us to take the step back and win the Open Cup with the what is it called? Kind of like the what's the word? At the cost, right? At the cost of, dropping out of the playoffs and, taking, it feels like would be a step back from where we were a year ago, 2 years ago. And so I think it's important for us to still make the playoffs and, win the Open Cup, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think we should be aiming for that. I mean, it would be embarrassing, right? With the money that the Wolves have put in, even being a transitional season, to to not make it. And you're seeing sides like even in the West, you're seeing sides like Austin that are only 2 years old, kind of smashing the Supporters Shield Wraith, and even Cincinnati is starting to figure it out. So yes, I totally agree with you there. We have to be making playoffs before, like we were also ran in the East, but under Oscar now, we've got to be making it. But
yeah, we have a tough schedule this month. I cannot have thought we were going to come in. I think was it this weekend? Oh,
The Miami game.
did he just leave us? Oh, there he is.
Touche.
Oh,
No. Here, I'll look up. I have OC Fan TV pulled up. I'll bring up the 11s.
oh, there. It
can you
cut
see
you out.
ones at the- Yeah, sorry, it had to come
No,
up with a
you're fine.
refresh now notice.
You're good. All right. So we.
I think it was the DC game where he put in Halliday.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah, it was. So he thought we were going to go in kind of soft against DC, and then what happened against DC happened, So then for this weekend to get the win and Pato come off the bench, I think we see him start. But we honestly don't see that much true rotation. Oscar has the players he likes to play. And then it's just kind of like 14 players, 15 players that kind of rotate in and out, and there's only a few true positions that change because we can't change our 10. Our strikers are inconsistent. The wingers we swap. Defensively, Schlegel's like the only change. Kyle Smith in there maybe. And then the midfield, there's not a lot of players that you can truly trust to be consistent every single match. So
That's a really good point. And what I will say on that is that the depth guys. So I'm talking Benji. I'm talking Andres Pereira. Those guys have been disappointing for me this season. When there has been an opportunity for guys like that to kind of step up. Benji, I can pick 2 or 3, gilt edge chances to score a goal where he's fluffed it.
Miami.
Yeah, he had the one.
Miami
from
at the
net.
weekend, that kind of thing. I've been a little bit disappointed in the depth pieces this year, and it's what you said. It's Oscar doesn't rotate that much, partly because the fact that we just can't, right? We've only got threadbare defenders, and not much changes elsewhere. So. I'm a massive Arsenal supporter as well. So next Wednesday, obviously, we've got Orlando City Arsenal in the FC series, and I'm like, are we going to play the full strength team? I'm like, surely not. We have Atlanta on Sunday, and then game coming after that, the Open Cup. But who knows, man? I feel like we have a really small squad anyway. So I think you'll see the likes of Torres, Cara play a bit in that game, if not starting.
Yeah, I don't know, whoever scheduled that Arsenal game, it's cool to see him come over here, but right in the peak time of our season, we have the most games.
Right.
Whose idea was it to schedule a friendly in the middle of all that?
A lot of MLS clubs do it, but honestly, looking at our July schedule, it's 7 games, and with the squad we've got and the injuries we've had, we're honestly, I hope not, but honestly, this Rapids game Wednesday looks like an L. I hate to say it. They're in no form whatsoever, but Atlanta United, a team we love to hate, on Sunday. That game means a lot to our supporters. I hope we don't throw the towel in then. But it's going to be a lot for this team, and I'm just praying that we're going to be in okay shape by the end of the month. But I feel like this month's going to beat us up, man.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, do you know when the All-Star break is? Is that in July or is that later, early August?
I think All-Star is usually August.
August, yeah.
There you go.
So I wonder whether Pedro gets called up again. I can't make too much of a case for any of our other players, but I think it's August.
Okay, because I was just wondering when our next kind of big break is, to where we get a little rest.
Yeah. It definitely slows down. July is the busiest month. It definitely slows down, but it's I just hope we're not doing the summertime sadness like we usually do. You know, like it really does seem like a vicious cycle with Orlando City. You can almost predict what we're going to do season in, season out.
Yeah, we had that conversation on our last episode with Logan Miller, if you happen to know him.
Yeah.
So that was a topic, was the summertime sadness, because it just happens every single year. It's kind of like
Every
Chelsea
year.
in December. You know, we can't perform in December. You know.
It's like
That's
United throughout the entire year.
Yeah. So you were saying, are we going to go full strength or not so full strength on Wednesday? What happens if we do go full strength against Colorado and then Atlanta is our break? Say we lose to Atlanta, not wanting that to happen, obviously, but then how hot is Oscar's seat at that point?
Well, this is it, and it's tough, and we've got guys who have got the money now in town who they're not messing around. You know, they own the Vikings, and they want to be successful early in Orlando. Like I said, they made a statement of intent with the players they brought in to replace DK, Nani, Mueller, and I suppose they don't owe Oscar anything. Oscar was in charge before those guys came along, so. I don't know, man. I think he gets the season regardless of what happens this July. I really do. But heading into 2023, who knows? It's difficult because we obviously feel we like and root for Pereira because he's taken us from a terrible team to a team that's got some kudos in MLS. But time waits for no one, and we want to get right up there, sooner rather than later. Like I said, you see teams like Austin who are starting to get it right year two. Obviously Atlanta did what they did, and now they've come back down to earth, thank God, this season last. But yeah, I think his seat is getting hotter, and I hate to admit that as a Pereira fan myself. I've got a lot of time for him. But I feel, last year Nashville was so disappointing the way we just went out of the playoffs. It was kind of over before it began. And we really struggle for consistent wins. I mean, that has to be our, short-term target, just getting back-to-back wins in this league. I think it's happened once this season. I think we beat Fire at home just after beating Crew away. And you just can't put these, even under... I'm not comparing the eras, but kind of even under Jason Christ, we put streaks of 4 and 5 wins together, and that was it. It was once, but we did it, And the pattern's strange under Pereira. Like I said, it's kind of like win, draw, loss, win, draw. That we do keep bouncing back, but I want to see some consistency.
Yeah, 100%. At least it's not like those Jason Christ days or James O'Connor days where it was, hey, we just won 5 straight, and then we're going to go and not win in 12
lose 18
straight. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's it, right?
So my next thought is the transfer window is currently open. We are kind of not really doing anything. Oscar's come out and said that we don't have, not to say the means, because obviously we have the means to bring in a big player, but just kind of maybe the DP spots or whatnot like that. But he wants to bring in at least one more player. From the way I took his words, it was another Jake Mulroney, just kind of like a role player to get in there, do your job, and come out. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, our 3 DP spots are covered, right? In Pereira, Torres, and Cara.
Mm-hmm.
But it's difficult, isn't it? Because we know LAFC are bending the rules over there with Bale, Chiellini, not DPs and stuff like that. But you can't help but look a little enviously because this team does need something. I mean, we've gone younger this year, haven't we, with Torres being one of the main guys, but there are still times throughout the season where I'm kind of, still pining for Nani, and the kind of things he could do, at a drop of a hat. And we don't seem to have that experienced difference maker anymore. So yeah, it is a shame. Like you said, Oscar's kind of said, we've got room for a role player, maybe someone like Mulroney coming in again. Mulroney I've been pretty happy with, actually, not just because he's set the own goal up, but I think he's been pretty solid. See, people making up their own rumours linking us to Lingard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where people say this on AC Twitter all the time, but where we need backup and help is. I'm a big Mauricio fan as well. I think Mauricio is having his best season as an Orlando City player. But if he's not in the side, Orlando City just goes. We're a completely different team without him. And with the money that we've got at our disposal, how can that be? Where you've got kind of one number 10 and everything goes when he's not playing. So, Mauricio's not young anymore. I think heading into next season, we want a top level DP coming in.
Yeah. Thoughts?
I don't know. I have any right now. No.
All right. So yeah, my thoughts on that. The number 10 problem is a thing, and then our left back problem is also a thing.
Oh yeah.
But
how long have we been saying that as well? The left back thing. We've been saying it for like 3 seasons, right?
Joao got into decent form, and then he got hurt, and now he's possibly going over to join you guys in Europe somewhere. So that's a problem. And then the number 10 problem, going back to that, saying we need a top DP, and that position is really where it would be nice to have that guy come in. Your playmaker, the guy that you want there. I've seen us linked with, of course, Jesse Lingard, but that's most likely not going to happen. And then there's another guy from either Colombia, or he played in the Colombian League and the Mexican League, but he's 33. Mo is 32 right now. So why would we bring in another 33-year-old Cam when our current one is 32?
Like for like, right? Yeah, like for like. With Mauricio, who's kind of getting towards that age as well. To be honest, I could quite easily see this secondary transfer window passing by, and we've got what we have. No one else comes in. I could easily see that happening. And with this roster, I expect more from this roster. It's a talented roster. Obviously, Carlos getting injured was a big blow, but in fairness to Schlegel, I think he's stood up quite well this season. But I think we've got to be aiming higher than what we've done in the first half of the season. I said on a podcast a couple of weeks ago, in the whole of last season, in the regular season, we only lost 2 MLS games at Exploria, and we've lost 5 at home already. It's just not good enough. In a league where like Wednesday, we're travelling all the way out west to altitude. Your home form needs to be really, really strong, and it's not strong enough at the moment. So I don't know what the reason is for that. I mean, seeing DC get pumped 7-0 at the weekend after we shipped 5 to them, I mean, that was embarrassing, right?
Yeah,
It makes us look like complete and utter garbage after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot believe we shipped 5 to them, and it looks like today I was reading Wayne Rooney's coming back in, right, to be their coach. I tweeted at least he can't score against us then.
Yeah, that's my first reaction. I saw Fabrizio Romano's tweet confirming it. I'm like, oh. Yeah, and I think I tweeted out on our account, and it was like, yeah, okay, the DC curse continues, so we're just going to have to deal with that for the next however long until he leaves DC.
Right.
Who knows? He could become a legend there. It's just...
Who knows?
He could...
Who knows?
Purely become a legend just by beating us every single match.
Yeah, definitely. I have to ask you guys as well, aside from OC, I mean, obviously, we've known about it for a while now, but what's your take on the US men's national team having England in the World Cup group and Wales, right?
Yeah, that was going to be my question that I was going to ask you at the end, so I'm glad we got to it. We can talk about it a little bit more. You're wearing the shirt, so you can actually
gotta rep the boys. I mean, I think I speak for both of us when I say we really can't wait for this match. It's going to be so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Expecting big things, hopefully, in this World Cup. Obviously, a little bit of concern about some of the about the manager.
Yeah,
Greg.
Same with ours. I'm not keen on ours.
Yeah. So really, it's kind of up for grabs in my opinion. Obviously, England are kind of have the better players, but I don't really have too much confidence in Gareth Southgate, nor do I in Greg Berhalter. So hopefully, it's just like a slugfest. Yeah,
it's weird for me. It's weird for me because I've been obsessed with US soccer since I was young. You know, like obviously I'm an England fan, and I've always wanted the US to do well, and still want them to do well. You know, I want you guys to come second behind us in the group. You know, and qualify for the knockout stages. Seen a lot of good banter, trash talk on there. What I'll say about the US men's national team is, you know, you guys have got lots of young talent now. I mean, Brendan Aronson and Tyler Adams, I'm going to get to see week in, week out in the Premier League now at Leeds, and you know, you guys, I think you need a better coach than Berhalter, honestly, to manage this talent coming through. But it's going to be interesting. Like, no matter what players you've had over the years at World Cups, the thing the US teams always have is heart, you know, and they never give up. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as some England fans, you know, like the Euro snobs are saying. You know, we have got the better players, but it doesn't always play out that way. You know, like I said, you guys won our group in South Africa, so it's definitely an interesting group, though, and yeah, obviously we're kind of split because we love Orlando City as well. So
Yeah, it's us on the, like, kind of just flipped. We're Americans, but he supports United and I support Chelsea.
Yeah.
So it's
that's it, right? Vice versa.
it's
Of course, he walks in with an Arsenal kit.
There you go. You can be happy with that.
Let's go.
That's the right color there.
Heard. All right. Yeah. So, like, I want to see, like, the likes of Mason Mount, Ben Chilwell, etc. do well. But at the same time, like, if we could just beat y'all like 6-0, I'd also be happy with that. As long as Chilwell doesn't go down injured again, I'm fine.
Man, if the US smashes England, or well, not even smash, if you just beat us in any way, it's going to be hard to come on Twitter, I tell you
No,
that.
for sure.
The amount of people, like you said, like all the Euro snobs, the amount of stuff that I have seen, it is crazy. Like, some people over there are just so confident that we are so terrible, but like.
But this is the thing. Like, I don't want any of that to blow back up in my face. I'm confident that England can get it done, but like the amount of trash talking, honestly, you know, and me knowing what I know about these US players, you know, having watched them for years and watched MLS, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm not saying anything, you know, until it's done.
Yeah, probably a smart thing to do.
That's really smart.
I got confidence in our boys, but do I have confidence in Greg Berhalter? Absolutely not.
No, I mean, when Canada's winning the Hex, I mean, something's wrong, right?
Yeah, Mexico's going down. Their form is absolutely terrible right now, which is fantastic to see.
Yeah.
But like, you want that competition. That's another thing. Is there's been talks of merging CONMEBOL with CONCACAF. I would love to see that. It just brings a competition up over here, and that would just make everything better.
It'd be more competitive for sure.
Yeah, that's something that like. If we could see us, or like the U.S., Canada, Mexico competing against the likes of Brazil, Argentina, Chile, when they're not terrible like they are right now, like it would be a fun competition to watch.
Absolutely.
You got any?
I will say, the U.S. have a really good chance if Maguire starts. I'll give us that.
Yeah.
With his recent form.
100%. The good news for you guys is that Gareth Southgate loves him and he's loyal to him. So he'll be, if he's not injured, which I kind of hope he is, he'll be starting.
Yeah, your boy
That's the hope.
Eric Ten Hag said that
He's still the captain. Yep. Yes. Don't worry. Yes, I already saw that, and I already.
United's going to be in the bins again, and you absolutely love to see that. All right, final thing before we have to let you go. Top 4 predictions for the Prem.
Ooh, top 4. I mean, I'm still recovering from losing it to that rubbish from down the road. But listen, I'm not Arteta's biggest fan, but I'm willing to you know, see how he does. We did better than I thought we would do last season. So this is kind of a roundabout way of me saying that I think we'll be battling again for top 4, but I think we'll finish 5th again. I'm really happy with the signing of Gabriel Jesus. I think he will get a lot of goals for us for sure. But it's just a classic Arsenal transfer window again, where, you know, we sold one thing and then, seemingly wait and wait and wait and let all the other teams take our targets. So, we'll probably solve some issues and not solve others that we've been waiting to solve for a long while. So, the title, can't look past City. Like how crazy that they've won, 3 of the last 4 titles, and they've just added Haaland, Alvarez. Again, I mean, it's mad, really. Calvin Phillips. Liverpool second. Like there's no real hot takes here from me. City top, Liverpool second, Chelsea third. It kills me to give Tottenham any credit, but they've added some real depth with Richarlison, Bissouma, etc. Perisic. So I kind of could see it shaping up like how it did this season, honestly. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get busy. We get Tielemans is the next player I want, but it seems like we're never going to make that deal. But yeah, I see us fighting on that Europa Champions League red line again.
Yeah, that's fair. Going just back to back, same top 5 as last year. I love
the same again.
I love to hear United out of the top 5. That makes my heart warm. The fact that you didn't have them in there.
What are you thinking about United this season? I mean, it's a step into the unknown again, right?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels sort of in a way kind of like Orlando City, where, or at least this year, expecting big things with Ten Hag, but realistically you don't know because there's a lot of uncertainty in the air, and especially with so far I think we have had 1 transfer, and so obviously as a United supporter, that's not what you're expecting when you see the guys across the pond signing Haaland, signing all these other guys, Phillips.
They're not across the pond, they're across the city.
You know what I'm trying to say, across the pond.
Oh.
Yes.
He did say today as well, the big news that come out today, you would have seen it as well on Twitter. He said that Ronaldo is in his plans, he's not for sale, so what happens with him as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many rumors going on around the club that you at this point you're not sure what to believe, and trying to bring in as a transfer rumor coming in De Jong, we have no idea what's going on with that, and that's a player I'd love to have in the squad, especially with his connection with Ten Hag, with his connection with Van de Beek. Hopefully they can get something figured out and put together a good season, but ultimately we really don't know at this point. So what about Chelsea?
Yeah. In my heyday of watching soccer, it was only us and Man United, and I don't know how we are where we are right now, but we got to keep digging. We got to get out of there.
Yeah. The Kings will rise again.
Yeah, what a moment to come in on, huh?
Yeah.
We're talking. We've come off Orlando and we're in the EPL now.
Yeah, doing a little preview for what we're trying to get started, right? A little We Speak Football, hopefully.
Nice.
But, I agree. We've come so far from that point. It used to be just us and United. And I miss that rivalry, honestly.
Yeah.
There's nothing that really rivals that currently in the Premier League.
No. It's a great rivalry.
I miss it.
Great rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Not Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, nothing like that. I mean, the old days of the Prem were just I was going to say 100 times better, but I can't bring myself to say that. But it's just like you look back and you watch all the classic matches.
It's just so much different.
Yeah.
Like the passion and God, the carnage on the field sometimes was A tier.
Yeah. I mean, my best friend in England here, and it's one of my favourite moments from Arsenal Man United over the years. My best friend has in his bedroom still to this day, and he's 32 like me, a framed picture of Martin Keown jumping on Nistelrooy's the back. That famous game. I mean, the games back then, like you say, were carnage. And football's changed so much since then. I get so nostalgic over those days, honestly.
Yeah.
Amen.
I'm not old enough to fully remember everything that happened back in those days, and then being a Chelsea fan, to be honest, there wasn't a lot to remember way back then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
At least we have.
You've been spoiled in your era so
I
far.
was gonna say at least we have 2 Champions Leagues, but I just know you don't really know much about the Champions League, so
Right. You had to mention
yeah,
it.
I have to
You
get
had
that one
to
in there.
mention
Yeah, so we appreciate you joining us. We got a little Premier League talk in there, got a lot of Orlando City talk, a lot of our opinions out there. Yeah, just want to thank you for coming on again. We really enjoyed talking to you, and if you ever want to come back, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, absolutely, guys, and yeah, I honestly really hope to get out and see you guys out of Exploria after the game. Like, it was just crazy. We were so busy that day. But yeah, next time I'll see you guys in person, and thanks for having me on. Pleasure as always, and go City.
Yeah, well, there you go. Kanata can say bye.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for coming on, man. I wish I was able to
You're
get
welcome.
up here on time, but look forward to having you on again. Maybe getting to talk some Arsenal, hopefully after the City game with you.
Yeah, give me a shout. I'll be on whenever you guys need me.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate that.
Will do.
Cool. All right, take care, guys.
You as
Thank
well.
you.
As you can see, we're back in the studio. Bryce is now with us. I am fully here now, not just showing up and then having the technical difficulties. But we appreciate you, Taylor, for coming on, man. Really appreciate what you're doing over there. You and the English Lion, your work is not going unnoticed. We are definitely seeing English fans showing up here. So we really appreciate what you guys do. It doesn't always get said, but we know we do.
And we get at least one group of English people at
Yeah.
Fan Reacts as of right now during kind of like your vacation time over there in Europe.
Right. It's holiday, so people
I feel like there's always a group behind us in the wall too.
yeah.
I swear.
That's English?
Every
not
game.
every time.
There's
There's
always
a
one
lot,
that comes
bro.
up for fan reactions, but not always
Yeah.
one behind us.
Someone
I think
around.
like once or twice happened that we had someone behind us.
I do feel like that's the benefit of doing the fan reacts is we kind of get to see the diversity of people that come to Orlando City games, and
Right
how
out of
much
DC.
how much they care about the club. We get everybody from the supporter. We have Logan that comes on week in and week out.
Yep.
And then we have the casuals that actually just stop by and, this is my
Go
first time
Orlando.
ever. Yeah, this is my first time ever being here. Loved it,
Yep.
So all this, is to everybody, I guess. Thank you to Taylor, thank you to English Line, and thank you to everybody else that's done this before us, that's given us this opportunity to do this stuff.
Yeah. Fuck
Moving
off.
moving back to the Miami match a little bit.
Top 2, bottom 1 again.
Top 2, bottom 1. This time, actually.
Bryce, you want to go first?
You should
All right.
have them now.
Caesar, he played a beautiful, amazing match. That's what you want to see from him. And Galese kept us in the game early, so that's my top 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom 1 is those shitty ass pink fans, whatever you guys call yourselves.
The Flamingos.
Ralph's mom.
Herons.
Ralph Small.
Ralph's
Those are
mom.
green and yellow fuckers. Yeah.
Ralph's mom. Not mom.
Ralph Small.
And then also Benji a little bit because he's just not been great this year, and he
Yeah.
didn't help his cases
With
against
that mix.
Miami.
Bottom 1 goes out to, like you said, the Miami fans. I would particularly at Vice City like we did during the game, and then replying to us in Spanish. One, thinking we don't understand Yo sabe puto, and not knowing that there's a translate button that we would be able to
I
read it.
didn't know what that means.
It means I understand, like I speak.
Yo sabe puto does
No,
not
like,
mean-
well,
It
Yo
says, I know,
sabe.
bitch.
Oh, all right,
God
see,
damn.
do you see me?
Anyway.
I wish I couldn't. I really
No
would.
Alright.
need to be such a
A little off track real quick. Did you hear about that Orlando City fan that ran into their whatever they were doing over there and got his ass beat?
I wouldn't.
No.
I really.
It was
wouldn't.
one guy and they were chirping and
That
he
would've
just
been you.
fucking ran in there and just.
He probably got.
Without us as good friends, that would have been you.
Yeah.
Realistically.
I could take every single one of them. Come to Fan
Just
Reacts
famous
next time.
last words.
We've been trying to get them to come to Fan Reacts. They just like to talk on
See,
Twitter.
I'd rather keep that camera intact.
They'd much rather talk online about
Yeah.
how Exploria is their second home, regardless of
Shipping
their
Container FC.
fat ass donut in the win column.
Yep.
Facts. All right.
Top 2.
Your top 2?
I was just going
fair.
clockwise.
Heard. All right. Top 2. I'm trying to remember what I said last time. Caesar was definitely my first one. He's just brilliant.
Damian Lowe.
Damian
Yeah.
Lowe.
Then my second one was Damian Lowe for us, for Orlando City, purely because he won the game. And then I had two bottom ones. I'm going to pull a U and make like 17 people in there.
All right, chill out.
But he was also my bottom one, purely because he lost the game. So he won the game and lost the game for different sides. And then my second guy was, I'm pretty sure it's Mickey Kennedy, the Orlando City social media guy, for saying, hey, we'll keep you updated on all things weather when we went into that rain delay. And then we just got a picture of Roberto Carlos for the next 2 hours to just sit there and look at as our weather update with the sky pretty in blue in the back, and then no weather update after that. So bottom two, technically, Mickey Kennedy, I believe, and Damian Lowe.
Me, bottom one, I gotta go Kara. 14 touches in 69 minutes. Lol is not good at all.
Nice.
You gotta up your game up. You gotta fuck.
you gotta fuck. Yeah.
You do.
Honestly,
gotta
it'd
fuck.
be better than what he's doing right now. Because right now he's just kind of standing around looking for something to happen.
Not fucking anything.
Well, you see, look, you got a good personal life. You look good, you feel good, you play good, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. So clearly, he ain't fucking in his personal life, and it's the sexual frustration must be coming out in the field.
Wouldn't that want to make him move more though?
No, probably not.
So it's just like a depression. Oh,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just you look in the Premier League. The example that I heard on another podcast was James Ward-Prowse ended up getting a dime for himself, and instantly his performances.
those free kicks found the top
Yep.
bids every single time.
So you're not wrong, Dave.
Well, you know who does fuck? Cesar Araujo. Ever since that fourth yellow card, he must have found himself a dime. Performances have been stepped up.
Got that one red card. But then after that,
Yep.
Yeah,
He got the
well,
one red card, and the shorty that he did find was like, I don't date people that get red cards. And he was like,
I don't date people who just kick people outside the box for no reason.
that game was just a shit show to begin with.
I know you wanted to do it. You just
No, shit.
All right, my other top thing of the day, I'm gonna go the Orlando City fans for sticking it out through 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever it was.
yep.
Loud as shit in the supporter area before the game even started. Loud as shit after.
Mm-hmm.
For what was it? From technically 8 o'clock.
Right
From
around-
8 o'clock to
10:24 was kick.
so from 8 o'clock to like what, midnight?
Midnight.
12-ish?
Yeah, basically 4 hours of just straight
Yeah,
passion and chanting, and
there was not a dull moment there.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all for bringing the fire. And
who's Dave's dickhead of the week?
Dave's dickhead of the
Like
week.
your bottom.
Oh, me, like in general, it's got to be Damian Lowe for being a fucking idiot.
So I mean, yeah, Damian Lowe for Dave's dickhead of the week.
The leak.
The league. It's just one of these days, man.
Dave's dickhead of the leak.
All right, let me sip this water. Say something before I absolutely murder myself trying to say.
That's fine. I was gonna say that. To be fair, for a Miami player, it's Dave's dickhead of the week, and they shouldn't have a W anywhere near them. So it makes sense that you replace it with an L.
It does.
Hey,
Right there.
subconsciously, I knew what I was doing.
Sure, we'll go
Appreciate
with
it.
that. Yeah.
Oh, also honorable mention to whatever the fuck Inter Miami's, out at Fort Lauderdale's fan group is.
Vice City.
Yeah, whatever the fuck for calling Exploria their second home. So that's like don't come at us with stupid shit, please.
You gotta say something better.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say something, you gotta make sure you say something good. If not, just shut your mouth and stay over there in your little corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that where they were like, yeah, we took over Exploria Stadium? It was
Yeah.
one of the things that I retweeted. On
Yeah,
it.
over there in the one corner, surrounded by every single security and cop in the building.
Yeah, you had a singular
In the
corner
rain.
of the stadium, and you're like, oh yeah, we took over Exploria. You're confined to a single corner, and then your guy goes on to score a 92nd minute own goal and you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Go, shut the fuck up.
Imagine.
So,
see, we can't do that because your whole fucking stadium's outside, like a fucking high school field.
it's not their stadium.
Okay,
It's not. It's true.
It's a stadium that they play at.
okay.
Don't give them
well,
that credit.
what? Fuck your stadium. Fuck Miami. And fuck Vice City. Fuck all
There you
y'all.
go, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, while we're at it, fuck the Marlins, fuck the Dolphins, fuck the Heat.
Fuck the
Oh, shit.
Hurricanes.
All the above. Anything?
And fuck your Cuban sandwiches, bitch. They're shit.
Damn right. Fucking Dijon mustard on a sandwich.
That felt
Come up with
nice.
something better, dog.
Well, I could
Come up with something better.
kill a Cuban right now.
That's because we're running off Krispy Kreme right now.
You would kill
Not a
a Cuban.
sandwich.
Yo, what? Cut the tape.
Heard. Cuban cigar. That's what you meant.
They should
Well-
save my career.
It's saving my career too while I'm at it. Barstool, listen. You know you want this content.
This is so fucking scuffed. Fuck you for this. This is your fault.
fault. Take a fucking bean.
I was making him wait till the end. That's how we'll cap this episode.
No.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go to bring it back together.
Yeah.
My Dave's Dickhead of the Week will go to Arion Kara.
Fair.
Yeah.
14 touches in 69 minutes.
Wait, what did you say?
14
Yeah,
touches
sorry,
in
I don't
69
know.
minutes.
Yeah.
I started to say 18 and then I corrected
Yeah.
myself because a couple matches ago I think he had 4 more
Probably.
touches.
Yeah.
Not good enough.
Not even close.
You gotta be better if you're gonna be our number 9, DP number 9.
Highest paid player.
Pedro will be the first person in my top 2. Kept us in that game after 7 minutes, and hasn't been one of his best seasons, but that was one of his better performances for us. So hopefully he starts to build off of this, and we start to see him back to his best. My top rated is Caesar, just like everybody else, man. He is a kid that we are going to see playing Sundays in Europe somewhere, whether it be England or Spain. By the time he's 24, 25, like he is the epitome. He's showing the signs. I shouldn't say he is the epitome. He's showing the signs of being that true 6 that everybody wants, that Conte, that Sergio Busquets, that Robertson, people like that. Not
Who's the
Robertson, fucking
Henderson?
Henderson.
I was going to say, that's just
the Liverpool fuck. I don't give a shit about that club. So unfortunately, I don't know much about them. But he is showing signs of being that type of player, and we enjoy him while we have him.
Yeah.
He's not going to be here for long.
No.
All right. So up next,
Wait, before we move on, sorry. You were talking about Pedro. You said that he hasn't had, or he's like not having a great season. But the fact that he's still like, I've give him like over the season an average rating of like 7 out of 10.
right? I'm not saying I didn't
Yeah.
say he's not having a great season.
But
I'm
it's
saying
a-
it's not been his best season for us.
Yeah, but it's still crazy that he's still having a very, very decent season, and we can say that this isn't really his best.
Yeah, it shows you the caliber of player we have.
Yeah,
I
between
wouldn't
us.
even say it's not even a decent season. He's had a really good season aside from maybe 1 or 2 bad games from him.
Right. It's just not his potential.
Yeah.
He's underperforming his potential by far.
And
I
how
feel
much
like.
of that comes from not having your first choice center back in your starting 11
Yeah,
for
that doesn't help.
Yeah.
And
3 or
left
4
back.
months? Yeah.
Yeah. We mentioned it before, but like I said, I truly feel like Antonio Carlos is not, if not the piece, a huge piece of what we've been missing. So,
Mhm.
Colorado.
Hold on. Did y'all see Glacier's tattoo?
I don't
He
think
has a
that's
Florida State tattooed on him.
it's.
All right.
I think that's Grinwis actually,
What about your tattoo?
No.
because look.
You want to show the other side?
No.
So everybody was talking about it, and like obviously it's a keeper and stuff like that, and I don't think anybody truthfully confirmed that was Pedro.
It was Pedro.
Who did
Where is
somebody 100% say that was Pedro? Because Pedro wears white gloves, black gloves were in the picture.
Where is it? Where is it?
I'm
I'll
confused.
find it in a
What?
second. Just keep talking about
So-
Colorado. I'll
This is why you got back on Twitter. There's a picture after the game of somebody holding up their shirt in the gray keeper's kit with black gloves on, and
This mic's right there.
I'm the one talking. What you want me to fucking do?
All right, no more.
So explaining to him, so there was a picture of that with a Florida state, like the state of Florida tattooed on them. I don't think it was 100% confirmed, at least when I saw it, that was Pedro. And Pedro wore white gloves the entire match that night, keeper gloves. It was black
Last night
gloves.
against Miami.
So it was black gloves in the picture. The only other person dressed out would be
Grinny.
So I could be wrong.
I don't think he wears black gloves though.
Are you sure? Was it on Twitter?
I don't know. I'm looking for it. Just start talking about Colorado.
Yeah. So we'll finally.
We would if you just
Shut up.
move on.
the match shit.
Bro, that's dope. If that's Galese, that's fire.
I mean, if it's anybody, dude, you know what I mean? Like the fact that a player on our team has tattooed on them the state of Florida. How many players are truly from Florida on our team?
Pedro
Benji.
was wearing white gloves. I can see it in the final score picture. So
Either way, Colorado Wednesday.
Colorado Wednesday night, 9:00.
Hopefully, we build from the Miami game. We do have decent road form this season, so
Yeah.
we've found ways to win games on the road, but we haven't at home. So hopefully, we see that more for us. You real quick want to go through an 11?
Yeah. Bryce, you want to go first?
Yeah.
For what?
Starting 11.
Oh, okay.
The fuck? All right, Pedro, obviously. Don't change that ever. I don't know what Matinho's doing. He's probably gone, so Kyle Smith, left back. Get Carlos back in there. He's had...
Carlos at left center back.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Janssen.
Formation. Wait, no, let's not do
4-2.
the form. No, let's not do this. Because that's what we post on Instagram.
Heard. All right, fuck it.
All right,
Scratch
well,
that.
fucking
You get it.
put Antonio Carlos in, please.
There you go.
I think it's about time he comes back into the lineup.
He played against Nashville for what? Probably like 40 minutes, and he's been out the last 2 weeks, so
I think he's.
he's probably got enough fitness to go for 70 minutes. Maybe not the whole game, but
he should come in the
get him-
starting lineup,
yeah,
in my
get him
opinion.
back.
The
Yeah.
one thing that we can talk about, the squad in the lineup.
Yeah, look at their black.
Oh, is this a picture?
No, you can't say anything about that because it's a picture taken on a TV screen.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think that's Pedro.
I don't think so.
Mm,
It looks a bit light.
RGB never is gonna line up right.
I think. Oh, we got to get an investigation, Twitter investigation going in on this.
Just be like, hey, Pedro, tattoo. Let me see it. And if he raises
He's,
up,
he's gonna look at you like, which one?
Well,
Like-
he has a compression shirt on.
Florida.
That's not. There's no way that's Pedro because Pedro's got the long sleeve compression on.
He's got a point.
You can raise your compression.
Yeah, but there's
shirt.
no compression showing. It's just the top.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm. Either way, it's dope that somebody has that tattooed on them.
Gurney isn't from here, is he? Is he from, I think he's from California.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, definitely want to see Carlos come back into the lineup against Colorado. Want to see Mulraney up there.
Start.
Yeah, he needs to. He's our best option there at that spot currently.
I want to see Joao on the bench at least. I want to see some. I heard some update from the club about
Yeah.
his status right now.
He was just recently talking on some sport TV in Portugal. So
Joel.
So is he just not
Yeah.
in the country?
No, it was
he
a
is,
Zoom.
but
Oh, was it like one of those Skype?
yeah. he's-
Okay, yeah, I heard.
So he, I don't know.
Well, hopefully we get some type of update, if not Wednesday before.
When is his contract up? Is he a December? one?
I think he is a December one.
Nah.
Or no, he's a 23. 2023, I think
Yeah,
it is.
he has a few more
So
years
we
from
could get
his
money for it.
General
Oh, yeah.
Diaz contract.
We should cash in, honestly.
If there are 5
Generation.
European clubs over there that are interested in him, why not?
Cash in and find a replacement. It's like we said, we've got a lot of players that are up on contracts, and it's time to make that transition to not just signing players that we think are the best, available or whatever, and sign the right player for our team, for our club, Whether then that's everything from play style, but that also comes down to your personality and how you're going to fit in and where you're from. Things like that play in huge.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, something we haven't talked about, but Kara being the only one from Austria on our roster. Do you think that has any, I feel like that affects teams. You see, Brazilian cliques form, Portuguese, on different teams because people stick with people that they've grown up around, they speak with. I know that
So you're
have.
saying he feels kind of left out.
I'm not saying that he feels left out, but maybe he's not integrated into the team in the same fashion that
How's
some.
Robin? No one else is Swedish.
But we don't know the inside dynamics of this team. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not showing as much because Robin's not standing right in front of the goal being expected to score goals from us.
And I feel like they're also very different personalities.
Yes, that's also true. Robin's also been here for 3 years now at this point, So I'm not saying that it is the case, but it's something that, I don't know, you see it not just here, but everywhere. Arsenal just now has the Brazilian, 4 Brazilian players, 3 of them named Gabby on the team. That group is always pictured together. All the English kids, always together. Not that the relationship as a team isn't great.
It's just who you get along
It's who you get along with, and he doesn't necessarily maybe have somebody like that he could have walked into the club immediately and been like,
you click right away. Yeah.
this is we're from the same space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our families grew up on the same values.
I feel like the closest thing to that would have been like Van der Water, and he's gone now.
The Dutch, yeah.
Yeah.
Now the closest thing is, just
Janssen.
European wise,
Yeah.
Janssen.
But I feel like Van der Water and him had I don't know, same interests, kind of like cars and just I don't know.
Sure, I don't know.
Yeah,
the
you do
personal lives
you.
of these guys, yeah.
Hey, well,
he
That's
does
very
possible.
he
Like
does keep
cars.
up with them. That's
Yeah.
something that Bryce does very well is keeping up with
The
the
personal.
personal lives of the players is because
Yeah,
he
just
he
stalk
follows he follows them all on Twitter and stuff and social media. I'm trying to be better about that, but I can't say that I'm going to go follow Joao on Twitter.
Apparently, I think he went private on Twitter actually.
did he?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
probably because he got a lot of heat from the club, like the fan base.
That and his likes
Well,
are yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
which is
We'll just
We're gonna leave it at that.
Perks of not being on Twitter, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about right now.
We're gonna leave it at that. Our show doesn't say anything about that kind of stuff, man. So we're gonna leave it at that.
score predictions.
Yeah. Real quick score predictions.
We're going another 2-0 away.
I like that.
Away win.
1-0 away win. I don't think we've. You said we put 2 up, or we've won by multiple goals twice.
And both of those have been,
Been away.
away.
Yes, but I just don't think we'll put up 2. I think it's going to be score a goal, sit back and defend for
70 minutes.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna go 3-1.
Well,
Wow.
So I was gonna say that as well because I see Carlos coming in the lineup and I see us, being able to keep that clean sheet. So that's where I say that doesn't we don't get that goal scored on us. I don't think we score 3 though. I think it's going to be a 2-0. Because I do agree that we have the potential to be able to have that 3-1 score line or even a 3-0, but
realistically, it should have been DC if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But here we are.
yeah, that
So what? They're 9th in the West,
Pulling
and
it
they
up
just
right
they just got
now. They're 12th.
they're 12th in the West, and they just got
They drew
Well,
2-2
how
to
would you
Real.
say that?
yeah.
That's pretty good.
They have
result.
not won in 5. Well, what?
So they're due, and we know how this is for Orlando City.
This makes no sense. All right. Draw to RSL, lose to Austin, lose to Portland, draw NYCFC, lose to Nashville, beat Seattle, lose to SKC, beat LAFC.
Yeah, so this team, you don't know what you're going to get with them, clearly.
Same thing with Orlando
Yeah.
City.
They did just get worse though because they traded Mark Anthony
King. Yeah.
away. So
There is that gap that
helps.
they're going to have to fill. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that 2-0. don't. We can't sleep on them. You know what I mean? I think that's what happened against DC.
Can't sleep on any team in the MLS,
Well,
really.
the disparity is not that great that any team can beat anybody. Some teams are just more consistent than others, but we cannot sleep, and I think that's what happened against DC. Is we went out there, we slept, we got punched in the mouth, and then it was us trying to play from behind the entire game, and we know how that goes.
Yeah.
We also had 3 games in like 10 days. Or something.
That's this entire month. We have
I
to
know.
find a way to navigate that. You know,
Yeah.
it can't be an excuse.
Yeah, there's just no excuse for that DC loss.
I mean, there's not.
Yeah, but we can't make the excuse of a congested schedule being a downfall either, because we're pushing to be this club that we want to win finals and trophies. So that means we're going to be having CONCACAF Champions League matches to worry about on top of Open Cup, on top of regular play.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have this congested schedule year in and year out. You know what I mean?
You see that happen with, say, Montreal.
Montreal early of the season.
NYC at the beginning of the season. Seattle still maybe ailing from it, to be
So-
honest with you. But, like, you can struggle, but you have to pick it up as soon as those competitions are over.
Yep.
And if we just kind of go like we are now, let's say we're playing in the Champions League, let's say we're playing in the Open Cup, and obviously the MLS, then if we're just going like we are now through that and we keep a constant level, we're not getting anywhere.
No,
So you have to, one, have depth, and 2, just play up to that level that you want to be at.
Yeah, it's like we said before. I mean, we're at a critical point now with a lot of contracts coming up, so we're really going to see the direction that the front office has for this club, the vision. There may
is
be,
no vision.
yeah, there may
is
be.
no passion, there is no aggression, there is no vision, there is no fucking mindset in this football club.
I hate that it's about Chelsea.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Football heritage. I love that one too. All right, so
You know what I love.
No, I'm not taking the bean, man.
but you are.
You are, man.
I love recording an hour-long podcast and someone forgetting the camera's not plugged in.
So
Is that my one? I need some agua or something. Is that mine or is it?
I hope
is
that's
that for Hills?
fucking rotten flesh.
Rotten flesh.
What the fuck?
so
That's a bit
flavors?
aggressive.
I think
it's rotten fish.
again,
Rotten flesh is a bit different.
Old bandage.
all right.
Oh,
What is my choice? What is this?
You want to know your choices?
puke. I think that's puke.
Let me see
No,
the.
actually, I don't know. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know your choices.
No. What is it, bandage?
Come
Actually, I
on.
want to know now.
No.
No, it's not bandage. I can confirm that.
That's a lie.
It's
No, I
not.
can confirm it's not bandage.
Eat the fucking bean.
The bandage, the old bandage one is the red one. That looks like the pomegranate. So
Looks like pomegranate.
it will look the same as the pomegranate one. Onward.
Just turn on the fucking camera next time.
Stupid.
What the fuck is it? I don't want to chew.
Chew.
Oh, what is this?
Dead fish. You fucking.
Bet you'll never forget to turn on the camera ever again.
Yeah.
Bitch, it was on.
Oh! Oh, fuck you.
All right. Well, if you enjoy seeing us torture each other for their own shortcomings and stupidity,
Torture's not even the word.
punishment for being stupid,
Yeah, that's not even that's deserved.
you should come out to Tin Roof on Sunday, man.
Big
So-
game against Atlanta.
Yeah, if you are.
I was gonna say, if you're not in Atlanta, come show out Tin Roof. Got drink deals. Posted about it, I want to say.
Yeah, it's $1 off drafts and $3 Onda seltzers. And then before the match, the Tin Roof has their typical Sunday brunch deal with mimosas, and they got some awesome brunch items.
Bottomless mimosas.
Yes, bottomless mimosas, indeed. So come out early, sit out in the patio, catch some tunes by DJ Pop Rocks or DJ whoever shows up that day, and watch the match. Stick
It's gonna be a
around.
good time, good drinks, good food, good company.
Stick around for after to see us dickheads up on stage again. This time with Gavin from Lions Blog. Like it was the last time. This time, though, that video footage hopefully will work. We'll get something figured out. If not, that's why you should be there, because these are special things that happen at the events that you guys don't get.
If you don't show up, you're taking a bean.
Yeah, if you don't show up, you're taking a bean. Everybody that walks up at Fan Reacts that didn't come up. Wait, bean first. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I didn't want it to be that bad.
What was the good flavor? On
I
that
did.
Strawberry banana.
That was a great hour-long session.
It was good, but
one?
hey,
It's the fact that the aftertaste was worse than the actual.
I bet.
that's
Fuck you for being excited for being dead fish.
Bro, you got excited when I got fucking.
I
Band-Aid.
did. You almost
old
puked
bandage.
it up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is absolutely.
I was
fucking
so worried about that.
I
Well,
wouldn't do that. Oh,
don't do it again.
you know, like 5 minutes into this, I looked to make sure that it was still recording, and then I noticed the screen wasn't up, and I'm like, oh, it's not recording again.
We're just going home.
It's neck slaps at this point if it doesn't work.
It was recording and it was on, but the only question is, does a charger give it enough battery to keep charging while it's recording?
Probably not. So stay tuned to see if this got recorded. If not, we go home.
If this isn't recorded,
We
Fuck.
are gonna maybe murder Zach in Mexico. Maybe.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
We're chilling.
We would never do such thing.
never.
I just about had a heart attack.
Yeah, me too. But hey,
Oh.
we're here. Like we say every time, follow us on Instagram at OCFanTV, on Twitter at OCFanTV22, on TikTok at OCFanTV. No Facebook yet. We're working on it. Maybe someday we'll get up on Facebook.
We're on Reddit
We're on Reddit.
sometimes.
If you're listening to us, you clearly know how to find us. If you're watching us, you clearly know how to find us. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, get the notifications so you do not have to DM us every single time that we do a Fan Reacts asking when it's going to come out.
Hey.
Or the legendary David Valentine on Twitter. Don't
Yeah.
that man's got enough going on. If you got a question, you can tweet at us, DM us, whatever. DMs are
Hey.
open. So
Whoever has OC Fan TV username on Twitter and you haven't been logged in 3-4 years
something like
now, give us the fucking username. I know you're out there. Let us take 22 out of our fucking username,
that.
please.
Put 22 in there.
It's the year 22. What else am I supposed to put?
Not be drunk on mimosas 5 minutes into bottomless mimosas and make the account.
Well,
Hey, well, that was
That's-
both of y'all's calls, so
Oh, never mind.
That was another day at Dapper Duck. He chugged his first one and then proceeded to have like another 2
Okay.
or 3 in 5 minutes.
that was opening day that I had a
yeah,
reason.
the 1 o'clock kick against
Yeah.
Montreal.
heard. Well, here we are bantering yet again.
Yep.
So this is why you watch us. I mean, honestly, if you're still watching us, you know who we are. And if you haven't watched us before, I'm sorry. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, if you're here for good analysis, no, you're
Maybe
not.
Sometimes.
It'll
No.
come in. It'll come in, but it comes and goes.
In glimpses, very very small glimpses, but you're mostly here for
Shits and giggles.
yeah.
But you know where you can find hopefully more of that analysis is with the new segment OC Fan TV Disaster Classes that you will see if you have not already. But until next time, there will be a special guest on the next episode. So make sure you guys have your notifications turned on Twitter and YouTube to know when that episode's out. Until then,
Fuck the beans.
Vamos Orlando
fuck Cuban
and
sandwiches.
fuck the
Miami.
Rapids.